Hi, my name is June Collier. I'm the VP of Marketing with myEcon, and I've been looking at several videos on YouTube, and I found a couple of videos that talk about what they don't tell you in myEcon. And after watching those videos, I will have to agree that there are many things that we don't talk about in myEcon until today. So I'm going to share with you on this video today some things that you may not know about myEcon. Now, I'm not going to talk about the business opportunity or the presentation. We've got plenty of videos that tell you all about our business opportunity and the presentation. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel back the layers a little bit and give you a little bit more information about the company and about who we are that you may have not heard of before. Now, I've taken some notes after watching a few videos, so I hope you don't mind me glancing down at my notes. The first thing that you should know is that the co-founders of the organization is Mr. Ivy Stokes and Mr. Alvin Curry. Now, between the two of them, they have about 30 to 40 years of network marketing experience, and they are network marketers themselves. Now, why is that important, and why do I bring that up? Because many owners of network marketing companies are not network marketers. They are actually corporate professionals, they're investors, and they bought a network marketing company or started a network marketing company because, believe it or not, network marketing can be a very lucrative opportunity. And so many investors will create and start a company, a network marketing company. Because they are not network marketers, what these owners of network marketing companies will do is they will go out and find network marketers, and they will hire those network marketers to build their company. So they'll go out and find a network marketer who may be with another company. They will provide different types of incentives and different types of payouts to attract that individual to that new company. And then that individual will bring their teams with them. They'll bring people over and they'll start recruiting and start building that company. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I was a corporate recruiter for over 15, 20 years in corporate America, and that's what we did. We hired sales professionals from other companies, from our competitors. We gave them incentives, we gave them bonuses to get them over to our company to work in our company. And so that's something that is typical in corporate America. And so you'll see that in network marketing. You'll see that many network marketing companies will pay leaders to come over to start building their company. The interesting thing about myEcon is, again, we have grown myEcon organically because Mr. Curry, Mr. Stokes, they are both networkers and they know how to build a company without having to pay leaders. Now, do we have leaders that come to our company from other companies? Absolutely. That happens no matter what network marketing company you're a part of. People leave and go all the time. And so we've had people come to our company that have come from other companies that brought big teams over, made a lot of money, then they leave and go somewhere else. That's just the nature of the business. And you see that even in corporate America. No one works for the same company forever. They leave and go to other companies, and no one says anything about that. And we don't, say anything about that here in myEcon either. The other thing that you should know about our founders is that they are paid from the same compensation plan as every associate is paid from. Now, why is this important? This is important because when we do make changes to our compensation plan, they are affected by those same changes. So I'm proud to be able to say that the changes that we have made with our compensation plan over the years that I've been with myEcon have all been positive changes. They've all been changes that have helped the associates put more money into the associates' pockets. They have simplified our compensation plan, and it is one of the best compensation plans in the industry today. The other thing that you should know is that our founders stay in phase one. What do I mean by staying in phase one? Well, that means that they are still recruiting today. They built this company over 15 years ago, and today they're still recruiting new people into their organization each and every day. Remember, they get paid the way everyone else in myEcon gets paid. They're under the same compensation plan, so they stay in phase one and they're constantly recruiting. I like that because they're leading from the front. Now, they're very hands-on as well. We don't have any VIPs in myEcon. We just don't. Everybody is treated the same. from the brand new associate to the associate that's been with us for the last 15 years. In fact, you might even find yourself as a brand new associate eating lunch or eating dinner with one of the co-founders. We just don't have big egos, or you don't have to be some VIP, very important person to actually sit down and have a meeting with the founders of the company. And we like that. We like being very down to earth, and that's important to us. The other thing that the founders do is they listen to the reps in the field. Many of the changes that you see in our company come from the field, because as field representatives, you know what's going on. You have the heartbeat, and we try to stay connected to that heartbeat and listen to our associates that are out in the field who make recommendations. We take a look at those recommendations and start implementing changes. So many of the changes that you see in our company come from our field reps who have an open door policy to talk to our co-founders. Now, let's talk about the company itself. You know, the company is debt free, and the company invests its profits every month. You know, we talk about personal finance, and so we as a company, we actually do what we teach. We are debt free, and we invest each and every month. And because we do that, the company does not have to raise its costs to pay for creditors or to pay creditors off. We don't have to raise our costs. We don't have to have a huge enrollment price to come in to pay off creditors. We're debt free. And so what you're going to find is that our monthly membership, which is $34.95, that price has not changed in years. We've not touched the monthly membership in years. Now, what we do change from time to time, and we change it quite often, is we may change the enrollment fee. And the enrollment fee is where we offer incentives. The reason why we change the enrollment fee is so that we can run promos, we can run specials, we can run incentives for our organization. So just like any business that runs a sale, we run sales often. We run sales often. So there's 4th of July sale, there's Labor Day sales, there's Christmas sales, there's New Year's sales. Companies run sales all the time. We are a great company, and oftentimes we'll run promotionals for our associates so that they can build their organization. We also run a lean operation in our company. And here's what I mean by that. We've got roughly about 75,000 active associates. And with all of those associates, our company is run primarily by 7 people. That's right. So we've got our CEO, our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Larry Gates. He runs all of operations in the company, make sure everything is running smoothly. Then we've got our CFO, Chief Financial Officer, that's Ms. Carlos Curry. She makes sure that our associates get paid every Friday, and she's taken care of that for the last 15 years. We've never missed. Then you've got myself, Mr. June Collier. I'm the VP of Marketing. I handle marketing and training. And then we've got 2 lovely customer associates who take care of all of our customer service. That's Miss Ethel and Miss Jennifer. And then we've got 2 IT guys who take care of all of our web and database. And they run that, and that is 7 people that run this company. Now, our 2 co-founders, they're not on the website because they're mostly out in the field. They don't really do a lot with the corporate office. And so that's why you don't see them on the website, but you'll see the primary figures that actually run the corporate office on the corporate website. Now, one of the things that you'll find about myEcon, because we are debt-free, we've learned a lot about business over the last 15, 20 years. And one of the things that we know is that we need to be a profitable business, and sometimes what that means is to have a good, clean business that's basic and simple. It works. It's basic, simple, and it works. And so you won't find us with a whole lot of frills. We don't have a whole lot of the flashy things that go on that you may see in other companies because those frills come with a cost. And usually that cost is passed on to the associate. And so they're not getting as much in compensation as they possibly could. Here at myEcon, we want to make sure that we can pay out as much as we possibly can and be profitable. So that's why our associates really enjoy our products and services. They enjoy the company because we are just a basic, plain company that has good business. And that's what works. So let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan. We talk about having the strongest compensation plan in the industry. We initially pay out more money than we actually take in. Now, here's what I mean by that. It costs $29.95 to join myEcon, but we pay out $49 in commissions on that $29.95. That's 164% in payout. So we pay out more than what comes in. Here's how it breaks down. For the person who is enrolling a new associate at $29.95, we pay that associate $25. That's an 84% payout for the associate. And then we pay what we call overrides, or we pay the uplines. And those overrides are paid out at $24. There's $24 is paid out in team overrides. That's 80%. So when you add those two things together, you get $49 that we pay out, you get 164% in payouts. It is unheard of. And then on the residuals, we pay out 74% as it relates to residuals. And so the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of times people will compare myEcon to another company, or they compare compensation plans, and they'll compare based on numbers instead of percentages. And to really compare apples to apples, you have to look at the percentage payout. So if you join a company and it costs $200 to join the company, but you only make $50, well, when you look at the percentage, it is not as great as what myEcon pays. So we keep our costs low, but we keep our payouts high. We also don't have any chargebacks. Now, if you understand chargebacks is where somebody joins the business, they quit, whatever the case may be, and the company charges the money back to the associate. We don't do chargebacks. And there's no confusing compensation plan. So myEcon has a really straightforward compensation plan. We pay out 164% initially, and then on the monthly residuals, we pay out 74% of the money that we take in on monthly residuals. That is better than most companies, any company that you can really think of in our industry. We pay out the highest commissions. Let's talk about ranked promotions, because getting ranked in myEcon is easier than ever. So we've got 4 ranked positions. We've got EVP, we've got Gold, Platinum, and Infinity. So those are our 4 ranked positions. When you come into myEcon, you'll come in as an EVP. And then when you recruit 2 people that buy the income shifting membership, you're promoted to Gold. Now that's pretty important, because the standard across network marketing, you've probably seen this, is that the average person recruits 2.5 to 3 people. And so what we wanted to do is make sure that if that is the average for the average person, we wanted to make sure that our compensation plan gave them an incentive and put them in a position where they can at least get their first rank advancement. Now, as a Gold, you only need 2 people. As a Platinum, you need 40 people in your organization. And as an Infinity, you need 200 people in your organization. We have hundreds and thousands of people who are hitting all of these rank promotions on a weekly and monthly basis inside of myEcon. Now, let's talk about our retention, because retention is important. Retention is how long do people stay with the company. myEcon has an average retention of 23 months. Now, I know that's pretty unheard of in network marketing, to have a 23-month retention. And that doesn't mean that you won't have people that will come in myEcon and will not stay 23 months. You'll have people that will come in myEcon and they'll quit the next month. Some people quit the next day. That's just people. It's just people. But when you look at overall, when you look at the people that have been in myEcon and you look at the average retention, so you've got a person that comes into myEcon and they quit the very next day, so they're counted as part of that retention number. But then you got a guy like me who came into myEcon and I'm still in myEcon 5-6 years later. That number has to go into the retention number as well. And so when we look at that, The overall retention numbers for myEcon is 23 months. That is great, great, great retention. And so we're happy and proud of that as well. Now let's talk about products and services. myEcon owns their primary services and products that we sell. So we own the income shifting membership, we own our cash flow manager software, and we own our My Credit system. We own those right out of the box. And what that gives us is that gives us the ability to offer the best prices. It also gives us the ability to pay out those great commissions that we actually pay out because we actually own the product. We don't have to go through a third party with that product. Now, we do have other products that we do have licensed with other vendors, and we take those products and we price them very competitively. And so we pass the savings on to our associates and our customers. And so what you're going to find is we've got things like Road Assure, ID Defender, we've got vitamins and coffee, and all of these things are competitively priced to the industry. If you go out in the marketplace, if you go look at AAA, we've got a competitive price with AAA. And so typically in network marketing, in order for anybody to ever make money in network marketing, usually the products and services are way much higher than what you could buy them retail in the stores. That's not so with myEcon. We actually have some of the best competitive prices in the industry for those particular products and services. Now, the other thing that's really nice about myEcon is 90% of our products and services are digital. They're digital. That gives us the opportunity to create a lot of volume there. It gives us the opportunity to grow and grow fast because everything is digital. About 90% of what we have is digital. So our products and services are great. Now let's talk about the income shifting membership, which is our best financial product. It is our best financial product because I like to say that it is evergreen. And what that means is that people will always want extra cash flow. People will always want to get out of debt. People will always want to pay as little amount of taxes as they possibly can. People will always want great credit, and they will always want an investment or investments, and they want those investments to grow. So that's an evergreen product. It's never going to go out of style. Money never goes out of style, and I like to say our product is actually money. Now, most people cash flow in myEcon before they ever recruit their first person or make their first sale. That's one of the unique things that I saw about myEcon that I never saw with any other company, and it was the fact that people could actually bring money into their household, more money into their household before they even make their first sale or recruit their first person. Usually when I looked at joining a network marketing company, you were spending more money. You were spending money without money coming in. myEcon's first strategy actually puts money into your pockets, and many of our associates get somewhere between $300 to $600 with the first strategy. myEcon has also been a pioneer in the industry of showing people how to cash flow as network marketers, even if they're not good at sales or recruiting. So how do we do that? Well, what we figured out was we took network marketing, and network marketing is a home-based business. And so we took the advantages of a home-based business and started teaching people how to lower their taxes simply because they had a home-based business. We started teaching people how to start cash flowing. We started teaching people how to get out of debt. We started teaching people how to build their investment portfolio. And so many people in myEcon have made hundreds, if not thousands of dollars without even selling anything or recruiting anyone because they've cash flowed, they've actually lowered their taxes, they've actually started investing, they got out of debt, and so they use the strategies, and the strategies put money back into their pockets. And so this is very unique because in many companies, it is difficult for you to say that you've made money without making any type of sales or any type of recruiting. myEcon is very unique in how we've done that. So many of our associates have become financially free without being big network marketers. That's the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is that in most places, you've got to be great at recruiting, you've got to be great at sales, and be a great network marketer to make any money. That's not necessarily the case here at myEcon. Now, we do want you to make great sales. We do want you to build great teams and big teams, but that is not necessary. In fact, we have thousands of members who have become millionaires through the strategies that we teach in myEcon. And so here's what we advocate. We advocate using network marketing to take advantage of the tax deductions, to take advantage of debt elimination, to take advantage of getting a little bit of extra cash flow while working your full-time job. See, we don't tell you to go out and quit your job. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There's not a whole lot of people that are going to be able to come into network marketing and just quit their job and just do network marketing full-time. That is not typically what happens. Typically what happens is a person comes in, they start a little bit of cash flow. Maybe they make an extra 50, an extra 100. They build that thing up, an extra $300 a month. You know, an extra $300 a month, we can show you how to eliminate all of your debt. We can show you how to start cash flowing that money and take that money and put it into investments and start building your investment portfolio. And that's how you become a millionaire. You become a millionaire by handling your money correctly, not quitting your job and saying, hey, I'm doing this full time. I hate my job, blah, blah, blah. That's typically not what average Joe American is doing. Average Joe American that's being successful in network marketing is taking that income and taking their job income and they're creating wealth for their families. We've got several individuals in myEcon that make six figures in myEcon who still work their full-time job. Now, we say that that's smart because if you can have a side hustle or a side business that generates six figures and you still work your job, that means that you're cash flowing even more money back into your household and you're becoming wealthier faster. And that's what we advocate inside of myEcon. We love that. Now, we also don't take advantage of our associates. And so what that means is that we don't charge more just because we can. You see, many companies will milk their distributors. And here's what I mean by that. They've got quarterly national conferences and events that you go to, and they make you spend money to pay ticket sales. You know, you got to buy a ticket to go to the conference. And then when you go to the conference, you got to get a hotel. And usually the company has an agreement with the hotel, and there's something what I call hotel arbitrage. And what is that? You probably don't even know this exists, but the company has the hotel that they're sponsoring, and the company says, hey, we got a great rate. It is going to be $180 a night. When the reality is that the hotel charges the company $130, and then the company takes $50 and adds that and charges their associates $180. And that $50 a night goes back to the company. So the company makes money on that particular deal. And so there's paid training and all of these extra things that go on. We don't believe in doing that in myEcon. In fact, we resist those things. We do regional conferences to save our associates money, and our leaders travel to those conferences. And then we do the conferences. And we go to all of these different regional conferences so that the associates can get in their car and drive to the place that we're holding the regional conference. Instead of having a big national conference and you have to get on a plane, you got to get a hotel room and all those type of things, we try to keep your cost as low as possible. So instead of traveling to a national conference, we encourage our members to stay at home and buy stock in companies. So we ran a campaign, and this was a couple of years ago, and it was called Own a Piece of America. I don't know if you can see this. I own a piece of America, right? And so what we did with this particular campaign is that year, we did not have a national conference. And so we instructed our associates, hey, listen, instead of having a national conference this year, what we want you to do is we want you to take the money that you would have spent coming to Atlanta, the money that you would have spent on airline, the money that you would have spent on hotels, the money that you would have spent on eating out, the money you would have spent on rental cars. We want you to take that money and use that to buy your first set of shares of stock. because for many people in our company, that was the first time that they ever bought any stock. And so we said, if you were going to fly Delta, buy some Delta. Now, I probably wouldn't advise you to do that today, but back then, if you were going to fly Delta, buy Delta. If you were going to stay at the Marriott, buy some stock in Marriott. And so it was us telling our associates, listen, we don't want you to make money in the company only to pay it all out and give it all back by traveling to a national conference. So that's what we do. We don't like to milk our associates. Volume is the model inside of myEcon. And so we're more like Walmart and less like Neiman Marcus. And you know what's going on with Neiman Marcus right now. They're filing bankruptcy. So we like to be like Walmart. We like to offer low, affordable prices that people can maintain. We don't want to have them with a high auto ship where they're paying $100, $200 a month just to maintain the auto ship. That does not do most people any good. You see, because we understand our audience and we know what their needs are. They need a home-based business that's affordable, that they can write off expenses. They need something that they can make money on instead of spend money on. See, we tell people that the price that it costs to be in myEcon, you are going to make money because the government is going to give you more in tax deductions than the amount that it costs you to be in business. It's only $34.95 a month. Between mileage on your car, between your cell phone, between your internet service, between you hiring your children in the business, between any travel that you do, you can write all of those things off. You're going to save way more than $34.95 a month. So we say, let the government pay your business. It just makes sense. Finally, what I want to say is I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to what myEcon doesn't tell you, but has now told you. I know that there's a ton of videos out there with a lot of things that many different people say, and I can't control that. I really can't. But what I hope is that this video has helped you see who myEcon is. It has helped you see the company from a different point of view and from a very reliable source, the VP of Marketing.